Welcome back to Math at Home with Miss Burko. We are going to continue solving for area. But before we go any further, right now, pause this video if you don't have a piece of paper and a pencil in front of you. This is important because I want you to take notes, write down questions, and show your work while I'm showing my work. Alright, once you're ready, let's get started. So when I say, let's find the area, we are counting the squares inside. So let's review that real quick. If I were to ask you to find the area of this square, there's two ways we can do it. The first way is counting the squares inside. So let's do that right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 squares. So the area is 9 square units. There's another way. We can take our length times our width. Let's see what the length and width are. And the way is to count the squares on each side. But be careful, don't get tricked. Watch me do it, and why don't you follow along? Make sure my math is correct. 1, 2, 3. 3 squares on this side. 1, 2, 3. 3 squares on this side. There's 3 rows of 3. So 3 times 3. When I say 3 rows of 3, that means 3 times 3. You might remember that from a while ago. Hold on to that information. And 3 times 3 is 9, which matches our answer, 9 units squared. Awesome, or 9 square units. That works too. All right. Now, what if I were to say, find the area of this guy? You would look at me and say, Miss Burko, this shape has more than 4 sides. What am I to do? Well, we are going to break this shape apart into rectangles. And here is how I would do it. I would break this shape apart right there. Because if I cut it right there, this gives me a rectangle right here. And this gives me a rectangle right here. And you already know how to find the area of this rectangle, and you know how to find the area of this rectangle. And all we would have to do is add them together. Now, when I broke it apart here, like that, I decomposed it. Composing means putting something together. Decomposing is breaking it apart. We broke this apart. Not really, but I drew a line. So right now, we are going to practice with actual squares that we can count. So why don't you come on closer and let's take a closer look. All right, so right here, we have a shape. And I'm going to decompose it right here. So I have one rectangle here, and I have another rectangle right here. The blue rectangle will be rectangle 1. The red rectangle will be rectangle 2. So once we find the area of both of these, we're going to add it together to find the area of this entire shape. So the first thing that we're going to do is we need to find the length and width of the blue shape. Now I'm going to count my squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's count our squares up top. 1, 2. 4 rows of 2. 4 times 2. This looks a little bit familiar. Wink, wink. It looks like an array. 4 times 2 equals 8. So the area of the blue shape is 8 square units. Let's double check our work by counting the squares inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wonderful. Now, let's see if you can think about how I would solve for the area of the red rectangle. Red rectangle. Say that fast 5 times. I'm getting dizzy. All right, let's see what we have going on this side
And then we'll count this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. So we have 2 rows of 5. 2 rows of 5. That means 2 times 5. We're taking our length and our width, and we multiply them together. 2 times 5 is what, friend? Good job. It's 10. So the area of rectangle 2 is 10. 10 square units. Sweet. So now we're not done. We need to find the total area. When I say total, think to yourself, what does total mean? Are we subtracting or are we adding? We are adding. Good job. So we're going to take the blue area, which is 8 square units, and the red area, which is 10. We're going to add them together. 8 plus 0 is 8, and we have a 1. So our total area is 18 square units. Now, I hope you saw that in order to find the area, I needed to decompose a wild shape. It's irregular. Irregular. That means it's not a rectangle or a square that you've seen before. And in your homework and on Think Central, you'll see lots of wild shapes that you need to cut up into squares and rectangles. So if you get lost, come back to this video or Miss Simmons' video for extra guidance. See you next time.